Why were we yelling? Also, hi 3DS. It has been a while. How are you doing? Also, hello everybody, my name is Dude, and welcome to Magical Diary Horse Hall. I specify Horse Hall because there's another one coming out soon. It's sometime this year. Doing great, and you? I'm doing okay. I just finished my homework for the week today, and now I get to play games. So we're good. This is a visual novel slash dating simulator slash magic school thing? I don't know. This is from 2012, so the art looks a little iffy. I can tell you, though, the artist has improved over the years, but they also, like, dropped off the face of the earth in 2016, so I don't know what happened. I have no homework, but I used a large water container for recreational use today. Oh! You used a pool. Is that correct? Or are you saying a large water container that's not a pool? As a pool. Precisely. Okay. New game! Mary Sue. Well, I hope that's not a sign of things to come. First name. What should we name our magical girl? I like that hairstyle. I like this color too. I'm gonna keep the color. What? The eyes in this photo are kind of proportioned correctly, and then there's this, and then there's this. Fish eyes. I hope this isn't why the artist dropped off the face of the earth. They improved a lot. I'm not lying about that. They drew good stuff after this game, but like it took them. It was a growth of like 5 years. That's all I saw. I saw the end result after 5 years. I haven't seen anything recent because they dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, fish eyes. Wait, that's not the first name slot. There we go. Not skip mode, fuck. There, fish eyes. Done. Like one of our skin color options. Pale white and that. Okay. Body type. Oh, it could be kind of whiter. Is there any? Okay, there is a slight difference. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Capitalization or lack thereof is important. Yes. We're gonna call ourselves Fish. Yeah, we'll do that. Chonkiness meter. Ah, yeah. Wait, I'm only a cuteness 5? Screw that. A weird 5? Well, we're gonna make that we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that hardcore. I'm gonna be the cutest, weirdest thing here. It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. So we're 16, okay. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. Then the next day a strange old woman showed at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. And now here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. I'm gonna be pulling rabbits out of hats. I thought strong said string. This font is a little hard to read. Just me? The game font or the subtitle font? I'm assuming you mean the game font. A little bit, yeah. Game font. Okay, let's. Yeah, that shows up on the stream. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Maybe there's an option to change that. Python console? Ooh. Yeah, I can't change the text. It's okay, I'll read it. Maybe that'll help. The school lies in a valley hidden in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. So we're in the States, okay. I'll try and squint my face. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. Just so they wouldn't embarrass me for, like, existing. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go. I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. Or knowing that I live with my parents. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Was this primarily a visual novel? Yes! And some kind of magic school thing that may or may not have, like, Wolfenstein elements. Is it Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein? Either way, it's spelling correctly. I guess it's interchangeable. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases which contain all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. I've only heard Stein. I say Steen. There it is, up ahead. The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. It probably is. Why can't it be both? Pretty buildings, lots of trees and wide open spaces. Quidditch going on in the background. Kevin Murphy screaming in agony. This is a wizarding school, I'm sure. Some are still lingering here, but the leaves haven't yet started to turn. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. I start melting. It also comes with classical music. That it does. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. Well, that's not good then, is it? If everything looks the same, how the hell are you gonna know where you're going? There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. Oh, I thought there was more for one gender than the other. At least I read it in a weird way. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. It means you're going to be in the plot line for an American Girl novel. Congratulations. There will be no royalties paid. The other 2 girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where Horse Hall is. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcase while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly I bump into someone. Oh boy, you look like the epitome of happiness, don't you? Oops, sorry. He's an older man in school robes with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This isn't a good first impression. Sorry, sir.
A new student, I see, and what might your name be?
Oh. Are we rhyming? Are we rhyming? He has a lovely voice. Dark and rich with a refined British accent. And he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. Okay, every British person is talking like this now. Every British person in this game is talking like this. And subtitles is probably not going to appreciate it. I regret nothing. Refined Gargamel with gauze in his mouth. That, yeah. Fish eyes, sir. I just got here and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he was carrying.
Miss Eyes, is it? Wild seed. How unsurprising.
What? Wild?
Most likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you've been given and you will throw it all away.
He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut.
10 demerits. Not a promising start.
I just got here. What are you on about?
Pay more attention to your studies when you than you do when you are walking, besides. And you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year.
What the fuck? I'm glad I gave him the lisp then, because I don't like this guy. With a snap of his wrist, he flew away or something. Oh, good, there is a log. There is a backlog to read. The snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't even started school yet and already one of my teachers hates me. Dude smells A. B. Good, bad. C. Like nothing. D. He just smells good. The correct answer is B. Just saying. How you doing, Cole? We've yet to find out how merit affects you, though. True. It's probably not good, or that whole bar is just gonna disappear in a bit. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope that's a big bathroom. It's probably not. Smell like headaches and water cleaner. Ugh. So, chlorine? That's a water cleaner, I think. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but it didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I'm probably gonna hate them, aren't I? Is this Doki Doki Literature Club? No. The game title's below the video feed. Unless you're on mobile, in which case, no. This is that, but not upsetting. Yeah. Also, there's Magic School going on. I think this was made in the time when Harry Potter was popular, so they kind of just like, here, have a visual novel about Magic School. And there you go. Ew, diary. Why is diary an ew thing for you? Okay, subtitles. Diarrhea. Doki Doki Literature Club is better. I don't want to play Doki Doki Literature Club. Not dissing Dan Salvato, I just don't want to play a horror game. I don't want to be spooked. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. Or suitcase? Suitcases. I haven't checked up on its standing, but I think that's one of the games you can't play on Twitch. Pretty sure you can. There's no nudity, or... Okay, there's a lot of blood, but, like, I think you have to set it to adults only or something. Scary ghost. We haven't met a ghost yet. We haven't met a ghost yet. Yes, we've met a girl host. Ourselves. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary-looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or blacklight posters on the walls. No incense or crystals anywhere. Unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. There's only 2 beds, though. And there's 3. I don't think you can play Yandere Simulator on Twitch. You cannot. That is confirmed. Unless that changed. A girl who's been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse! Factually incorrect. You're a person. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Oh, you totally did. Hi, I'm Fish. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. Not sure where Virginia the girl is from. Fish meets horse. Yes. Fish is a horse. And we're about to meet Virginia the person who's not from Virginia the state. But we did meet Ellen, who is from Virginia the state. I currently reside in Virginia. Hello. What part are you from, Ellen? I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. Yeah, It's really not that far south. Fish becomes seahorse. Shit, I should have called... I'm gonna have to call every future stream of this game Seahorse Adventures. New Hampshire. Not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yes. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias. And those are textbooks for the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. So you're gonna be doing 2 school workloads then? That's a lot. You gonna be okay? Probably won't even open, but I didn't know what I'd need, and I didn't want to bring something. I didn't want to need something and not have it. These books are everything I could find out about magic. The real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're gonna be witches just like in the movies. No. Oh good, you're Wild Seed too. What does Wild Seed mean? It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wildflower. So we're... Is this a derogatory term? Like mudblood? I hope it's not, because then the teacher just called me a derogatory term. You just called me a derogatory term, and I think you haven't said it yet. Whoa. Twizzler's hair. I mean, my family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. Hello, Virginia the state. I'm not Virginia the person. He has a pretty strong grip. Fish. I know we're just saying our name. Just seems like there's no context. Squeeze his hand. Fish! Pleasure to meet you. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. Oh my god, we got the whole gang. Twizzler's hair, yellow furball, and blue-haired Sally Fish. Sally Fish? A fish, a horse, and Virginia walk into a bar. Okay. I think you mean the person, but I just think the entire state of Virginia just walk into this bar. The horse ducks. Professor. Shaggy black hair, big nose. Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. No, I'll be on Grabby's blacklist. Who? The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name. Professor Grabiner. What? Grabiner? Grabiner. Okay. Subtitles agrees with Grabiner, so we're calling him Grabiner, and not Grabby. Everyone, let's do cosplay. Dude will be Fish, Cole will be Ellen, 3DS can be Virginia. But I don't have a blue hair wig. I mean, I have the eye color and all that. I just don't have the blue hair. Grabiner? I hardly know her, man. Good job. Good job. I don't have a yellow hair wig. Do you have yellow hair? He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. No one cares if you're a born witch or not. Not really. And everyone's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My big brother. Bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. Oh, wait. The next game's Wolf Hall. Does that mean we're gonna be a boy next game, or does that even matter? Or is that gonna be another scenario entirely? How does this work? But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I don't sports. I don't sports. I video games. And I software develop. Guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run. Her legs, her arms, and my fighting spirit. We're the total package. Go horses! I'd prefer ponies, if we're on this. Are there sports teams for wizards here? Quidditch! There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. There is a gym and we can start our own sports teams if we have to. Right, Fish? I guess? Imagine Fish would be best at swimming. She likes track, so maybe there's some maybe she's alright at swimming. I don't know. Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen, I'll introduce you to my brothers. Okay. I want to meet him too. The only wizards I've met so far are that horrible professor. I can unpack later. I hate unpacking too. Made my mom do it. That's rude. You still want me to come? Why wouldn't I? Yeah, we want you to come. With us. Get your mind out of the gutter. Like mine was for a moment. Dude, do my unpacking. No. We either unpack you together or you do all your unpacking. That's... no. Rude. How is it rude? You're making me unpack all of your shit. That's rude. It's like, I require service. Well, I'm not your servant, sir. Virginia leads us unerringly through the maze of school hallways to one of the boys' sections. Need a hand, ladies? No, I'm just looking for... Suddenly, a water balloon flies out of an open door and smacks into the side of Virginia's head. Donald! Well, I guess I'm giving him this voice too, because that's Donald Duck's voice. Yes! Perfect shot! It's Donald Duck. And it is. I can't do Donald's voice, so this I'll have to do. The two boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You're gonna be in so much trouble. What are you gonna do, urchin? Tell Mom on me? She's not here! I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week just by being you. Look at me, I'm all wet! You're a witch now, right? Magic yourself dry! Come on, Luke. Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of sight. Oh, I thought that was just a bad transition effect on this direction here. This direction. I didn't mean to point two directions. Hard to do a Donald Duck voice unless you're a can of spray cheese. I mean, you're not wrong. V, is that you? Hey, V. All moved in. Are you what? Thanks to Donald and his new best friend. That is not a question you ask. Aw, poor thing. Here, let me. Holds out a hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting away the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair. Aren't you gonna introduce us? Male witches. Oh my god, a warlock! Airbender. Eh? Rick, this guy is William. My good brother. Virginia grabs Ellen's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and Fish. It's a pleasure to meet you. Me too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname? V? Nah, that's just what William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. I use my whole name. It's not that long. Virginia is a pretty long name. V is much shorter. Firebender. Hopefully not, because then the school would burn down. Virginia. Maybe playing a visual novel for 2 hours is a bad idea. I'm starting to feel raw in the throat. He's doing the syllables, dude. I know. You kids should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. Haikus. Yeah, what about haikus? Initiation? You'll find out. Suppose he's right. We should head back to our room. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. Oh, that was a very quick day. At 9 AM on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered at the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes just like me. but they're not completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail. Adorable. You look like you're guarded and pensive, though. I think pensive is the right word. One girl has glittering wings. You're a fairy. And that girl looks like a vampire. A what? I don't know. Is that what it means to be born a witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. Like, I'm gonna not make that joke. Okay, I'm bad at haikus. It's not very hard. Just speak in 7-syllable sentence. That's it. 575. That's a haiku. There you go. It doesn't have to rhyme. Shit, she snuck snacks in. That... Yeah! Probably. Did she sneak anything good in, though? Just hard to finding the correct words. There doesn't have to be correct words, though. You don't have to rhyme. Dude, get your gutter out of the mind. I'm sorry. It's my humor, man. I can't not do this. Is that what it means to be born a witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. She could have snacks, now that you mention it. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia besides me picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. My humor is coughing as a greeting. I don't blame you too hard for being a goofball. Alright then. It's old Grandma. The witch holds up her hands and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam. Potsdam. Okay, that's how you do it. I know a character looking forward. Where's the nose? There's her nose. Right in front of her right eye, which should be right around here-ish. Yeah, she's looking this way, so it'd be like right here. Grandma looking thick. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you've already been expecting all of your lives. And when she looks straight forward, she looks a little odd. Did I miss that? Oh, I did. Oh, God. Her nose is like right above her mouth slightly, and I can tell, but that's not how noses work. It's like all those screenshots of Phineas and Ferb looking straight forward. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system. What? Oh. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life, the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. Let's learn white magic. Maybe? That depends on if white magic is like the kind of white magic that I remember, which would be healing. I mean, she did say it was mind and spirit, which doesn't necessarily mean healing the body from injuries and stuff. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Oh, good. Use your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. Let's become a Final Fantasy XIV character from this game. White magic must be like picking up someone's Subway sandwich for them. White magic would be picking up a better sandwich than from Subway. It's like, yeah, you get food for them, but it's better food than Subway. Speaking of which, I want food. I had a bagel before I started this, and I kind of want more food now. Did I miss something? That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Your starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor. But she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabiner. It feels weird saying Grabiner. Like I. Like the word I. The body part known as I. E-Y-E. Starlight Glimmer. I don't know. I spit everywhere. Wonder which class she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. So, let's see. Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin. What about Ravenclaw? Sunset Shimmer is Upset Sugar. What? Oh. Each group claps as their name is called. The horse is louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting in with more of them. For the boys, we have the Daring Wolves, the Elegant Falcons, and the Eldritch Toads. What? How is a toad eldritch? I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toads sound even worse than snakes. How is a toad an eldritch horror? Do they have Cthulhu mouth? Mouth? Do they just have a bunch of tentacles coming out of their mouth? Is that the whole thing? I just realized I'm blocking something. Hang on. Where is it? Sponsor banner. There we go. I realized I was blocking my sponsored banner. Okay, so I guess the sequel will have you play as a guy if Wolf's is a boys' hall. Yeah. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates so that by the end of the year you're able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you are all looking forward to your exams, yes? The audience predictably groans. Well, thanks for not replying to our mutual distaste for exams. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set your practical challenges in the school dungeons. Ooh. This intrigues the dude run. Let's make something anime-ish from those stats. Smart, strong, cute, weird. What do you mean anime-ish? Red, blue, green, block, white. School has dungeons? I know, right? I want this! Stress. Just stress. Merits. I'm already at -10. I am quite confused. Same. Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you've chosen to learn. So think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. Oh, we get to pick a thing now? Dude, I smell burnt toast. No, I'm not ready. I'm sorry, Demental. It's time to learn magic at a school. We're learning magic. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general studying, which sounds boring. Burnt toast, isn't that a sign of stroke? Yes, yes it is. Choose white. Why? What if I want to be a red mage? And by that I mean purely red mage, where I learn white magic, black magic, and whatever the hell else red is. Okay. Oh, how about I just do whatever? How about I just do whatever? Dude has the controls here, though. I mean, I could... So got some news. Is it good news? I'm the master. No. I'm the dude run. It's news. So it's not good news, then. Is it bad news? The smelly dude run. You're smelly! Most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French, or Spanish. Physics, chemistry, or biology. Be either good or bad depending on perception. Alright, then let's hear it. Earlier you just said that you smell bad. You're right, and I probably do. But I can also say that you smell bad. In retaliation, or as fact, I don't know. Kidding. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. Single again. Got dumped last night. I thought you had dumped them, though. Was that not official? She got in before me. Well, you were going to anyway because she was doing... I'm gonna shut up now. My mouth is going to stay closed. I would have sent an actual message and been, you know, civil. Let's just play the game. Okay, if I could choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? Just did everything while I was offline and out for dinner. Now, what should I do this week? I choose... Oh, I can... Oh. Not a single word to me. Considering what she had ended up doing to you beforehand, good riddance to her? My American sister and her friends sent words to her. Oh, good. Like, was this before or after the breakup? There's an actual schedule. Yes. How about... a little bit of red, a little bit of white, a little bit of black. Sure, we'll do that. Gym? How about we do workout on Wednesday? Do that, and then... How about green magic? Only had one drink. Was it a huge drink? Uh-oh, this is one of his classes. Never doing red magic again. After today. Ever. Ever. It was a strong drink. How big was it? Yes? Oh, right.
Get your sakes. Hurry up, no chatter. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers.
Ew. He wouldn't really cut off a student's fingers, would he?
Here you'll be learning the seductive art of red magic. I'm never going to red magic again.
Ever. 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 I'm done. I'm already done. Actually, can I change that? I can? Like, can I? Oh, I can! Okay, good. We're avoiding red magic then. Blue magic! Black magic, that. White magic, green. Alright. Dude, you saved scummed. I scrolled up. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Willing to bet you can get on this guy's good side if you deal with him enough, but I don't know if that's a good thing. You should have listened to me, dude. Dude, you saved scummed. No. I scrolled upward because it's a visual novel. This is Blue Magic, I think. It's still one of his classes.
Mill about all you like. It's your own time you're wasting. I have no objections to failing a lot of you at the next exam.
I couldn't be bothered to mix it properly and put too much rum in it, and that I couldn't taste the Coke. A flurry of robes as students scramble for seats.
Here you'll be learning the subtle arts of blue magic. At least some of you will. It's already expected the subject to go over most of your heads. Blue is the color of change, and is altering what is already there. Not creating, not destroying. It is commonly used in conjunction with other magical types in order to perform alchemic transmutations and other alterations of our essence.
So one drink ended up being like 2 for me. Did you just get banana'd by the game while trying to avoid Scary Man? Yes, I did get banana'd. So I guess it doesn't matter what classes I take then, because I'm always going to have the same kind of teachers regardless, aren't I?
Blue magic can also be used to change the effects of an existing spell, to cast or dispel illusions, or to change locations without movement through intervening space. For a skilled blue magician, reality is fluid. All things can be changed, yet few minds are capable of grasping the true range of possibilities. We'll see what you're worth.
Someone is trying to get me to send him my body, and I simply said no. What? Scary Man. I could knock him out. He already gave me 10 demerits. And he's still gonna bother me. Who? Wait, what? I'm confused. We gained the blue magic and gained distress. Can't you block him? Yeah, that sounds like a thing you should probably do. Oh, that said dorm. Okay. I read that wrong. I returned to my room to flop on my bed. Helen's already there, sitting at her desk. Hi, fish. What do you think of class today? Isn't it exciting? It's okay, I guess. Not really what I expected. I thought we'd be waving wands and reading old scrolls. What'd you think it said? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. This isn't going to be Harry Potter, so of course we're not waving wands. Yes, I dod. No. No. It's nice music. Yeah. Ow, my neck. Oh. Sounds like it'll take a while before we can do anything big, but I guess that's why we have school. I like it better this way. Starting off with a theory behind the magic makes it into something real, something I can use instead of just a dream. Ellen? I like how Al My Neck was subtitled as Almanac, Virginia. Okay, for real though, I do have a pain in my neck. Fish is 1 syllable. That's sad. Technically, her full name is Fish Eyes. I spent my whole life dreaming about something like this happening to me. I wondered if that's what makes a wild seed talent wanting it so badly. What about you? I don't know what I haven't been paying attention to a word you said. Fish is short and sweet, though. And some fishes are sweet. Or can be cooked to taste a little bit sweet. We need better words than fish. No, we don't. We don't need anything. Some fishes are short. Yeah. Anchovies. They're short. Yeah, tiny. And they're salty as fuck. I didn't think much about magic growing up. I saw it in the movies and it looked like fun, but it wasn't something that mattered to me. I'm not super smart or creative. I haven't liked fairies since I was 8. I never wanted to be a goth. I was totally surprised when I found out I could be a witch. Guess my theory was wrong. I couldn't think of any other reason this would happen to someone like me. Well, it's random, right? It's random, right? Wild means we got lucky. Even when it's supposed to be random, usually some people are more likely to get picked than others. stretched out on the bed, enjoying the feeling of having my feet free from shoes and stare up at the ceiling. Anyway, it can't only happen to people who really, really want it, or we wouldn't have made the choice. Aquatic animals. That's true, but I can't imagine what sort of person would say no. Someone who doesn't want to, like, be a part of this, I guess. I don't know. It's not a very interesting ceiling now that I look at it. I suppose most ceilings aren't very interesting, but I never spent much time staring up at mine at home. And you must have not been tired enough to not move from your bed. Ellen is thicker than a Snicker. So she's big boned, big whoop. After school I'd be playing games or hanging out with friends or doing homework or watching television. I didn't go to bed until I was ready to sleep. Can we decorate the ceiling? What's the ceiling? It's so boring. We could paint it like a sky with clouds, or maybe cover it with stars and make them glow. Or put posters up there or something. I don't want something over my head while I'm sleeping. What if it fell down? I guess you'd wake up with a poster on your face. Oh no, it's just an idea. If you want to cover up the whole ceiling, you should probably ask Virginia what she thinks. It's her room too. I'm thicker than a Snicker. So am I. In a technical sense, wouldn't it be wide-boned? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe she also likes the food. I hope the food's good here, because that would be actually really good. What about me? I don't know what you look like. Are you thicker than a Snicker? I know what Dimenitol looks like. I can actually confirm that he and I are both thicker than Snickers. We're big-boned people. Anywho, if you wanted to cover the whole ceiling, you should probably ask Virginia what she thinks is her room too. By the way, other news. Is it good or bad? I look like myself and I don't know if anyone else looks the same. Maybe I am not as thick as a Snick. I mean, this one is good. Oh, good! Okay. Lay it on us, Dimenitol. Watch this space. Watching space. Watching space. What about what you think? Well, I don't want something that'll fall or make a mess. If you tried to paint the ceiling, it might drip all over everything. I mean for future updates. Oh. Okay. If you learned enough blue magic, you might be able to use that to decorate with illusions. That's a good idea. I've got a little bit of... I'm about to start playing with my Streamlabs OBS. Ooh. Ooh. That's good. The return might be soon. What do you want to make it look like? What do we want to make this look like? If we had the ability to magically alter our ceiling, what would we do? We might kick off with Bennett Foddy. Oh no. That's a pain, dude. That's suffering. That's like... I would do both interesting and pretty. I would too. But would something interesting also lead to something pretty? Or would we just focus on something pretty? I'm gonna do interesting. Well, if you're making it with an illusion, you could make it look like anything. It would be fun to just see how crazy we could get with it. Swirling clouds and lightning, dragons flying around, ripples and sparks. How do we sleep with that overhead? We turn it off at night. Our weirdness went up. Yay! Yay! I like fish eyes. Something pretty can also be something interesting. Alright, but I think that idea is a little bit silly. Well, maybe I can think of something else. There's no rush. The school year is only the beginning. We could also just make it a night sky. That'd be interesting. Hello. too. I arrive in the classroom, feeling slightly apprehensive. Black magic. Will there be zombies? Thank you, Splunky. I assume that's 3DS? I could be wrong. But thank you for the loots. Good person. Where's my loots counter? There we go. Who's Ellen? Oh, no, I don't know why I thought Ellen DeGeneres. That's not... I don't know if I can date Ellen. I think I once made a profile with Splunky and I can't change it. Something pretty can also be something interesting. Good morning. Has everyone got a smock or an apron? There are plenty in the back. Aprons? What are we gonna do with those? We're going to make undead stew. The Minotaur Archer action facepalm. This actually interests me. The fact that Scortbot's chat still says action as a /me command. Pretty fucking badass. Those of you who are new to our magical traditions, I would reassure you that black magic has nothing to do with death or evil. There's no such thing as evil magic, there's only magic. The bad and the good come from how you choose to use it. Black is the color of weight, solidity, and permanence. Black magic is the magic of enchantment in physical forms. All wands and things like that are created with black magic. I need to try and get my Scortbot working with Twitch. I mean, it's not hard, you just log in to Twitch with it, and then you make another account for your bot, and then that's the Scortbot. That's the Scorp-bot. Yeah, you make another account for your bot specifically, and then you log in through Scorpbot for your bot's account. And then you log in, you validate it with your account. Just all through it. There's a whole login button in the upper left, and that's where you set it up. You can do the same thing for Mixer. This does mean that cursed items are enchanted with black magic as well. That might be how people got the wrong idea. A pale girl with dark hair raises her hand. Yes, Raven. Since you're enchanting matter and bones are matter, you could use black magic to animate a skeleton, right? I don't remember my Mixer bot's login deets. That's an interesting question. You could certainly enchant a skeleton to hold a spell, or react in some way. You could set a skull to shatter its jaw when anyone came near, like an alarm. But to make something that could walk around and act on its own, you'd need to bind a spirit to it, and that calls for another kind of magic. We will get to combined techniques later in the year. One of the easiest ways to infuse magic into a physical substance is to mix things together in liquids. Potions. That's what we'll be starting with. I think I fixed the loots thingy. In a few minutes I'll give it a go. Okay. Always remember to wear a smock or apron. Potion stains can ruin your uniform. We gained 2 stress from that. Why? We can make a potion. That's good, right? There doesn't seem to be any teachers assigned to the gym, just a bunch of equipment that anyone can use. I see several large rubber balls. If I can organize some people together, maybe we can play prison ball. What? Oh, hello there. I turn to see who's speaking. Oh. Who or what is that? He's dressed like a student, but I'm sure I didn't see him at orientation. I wouldn't. I would have noticed. Pretend everything is normal. Nothing wrong with this. At all. Probably an incubus. Hubba hubba, who the heck is this lad? I don't know. Hello. Determined to be polite, I hold out my hand for him to shake. He takes hold of it, but then he bows over it instead. My name is Damian, and you, fish. Everyone's got a regular name, or a really pretty one, and then we just say, I'm fish. Okay, he's a demon boy. Yeah, probably. I don't remember seeing you at orientation. That's because I'm not a freshman. Ah, that makes sense. Don't worry, you're not expected to recognize all the upperclassmen on site yet. That's next week. Right. I'm not sure if he's teasing me or not, but I'd rather just let it go over my head and be done with it. He sighs. I suppose it was too much for me to hope for. What is? No, it's alright. I understand. You've already heard the rumors. What rumors? About me. They say I'm cursed, doomed to be evil, all because of what I look like. I can't help the way I was born. But now girls like you won't even talk to me. You hate me on sight. That's not it. Seems like no matter what I do, I make things worse. Just never seen anyone like you before, so I didn't want to stare. I don't know anything about you. I'm new at all this. You mean you're a wild seed? Don't worry, I won't hold it against you. That wouldn't be very fair of me, would it? No, I guess not. Is it really a problem being wild? My roommate says it doesn't matter, but somebody else was mean about it. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to mention the professor by name. I don't want to sound like I'm accusing him. It's always the way of the world. People can be cruel to others who are different. You were talking about Professor Grabby, weren't you? He's doing a lot of projecting. Yeah, a little bit. I think we discovered the magical diary Voldemort. I don't know if this is Voldemort, though. This is probably not Voldemort. I think Voldemort would be Professor Grabby. Well, I'm an upperclassman, so if anyone gives you trouble about it, just let me know. I'll scare them off for you. Thanks, I think. But I forget everything about Harry Potter. Well, first of all, magical kid didn't know he was magical for 10 years. Suddenly gets invited by big burly groundskeeper guy to go to Hogwarts to learn magic, and then he learns magic and meets really strange people, and then Snake Man on the back of some bald guy's head happens, and then they fight, and then he literally just puts his hand on someone's face and they burn up. And that's Harry Potter 1. There you go. Subtitles, I said Harry Potter, not Terry Potter. Thanks. You better get on with your physical training. You'll need your strength next week. What happens next week? You'll find out. He winks at me and walks off to the sports equipment office. What a strange boy. His mood seems to change so quickly. Or do I only think that because he looks strange? He looks unusual, certainly, but not ugly. Not at all. We gained 1 strong and 1 stress. We're just gonna call it strong. In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with a magazine when I hear a groan. Ugh! Drops her notebook on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. I have the feeling Damian wants to slam me your jam or something, and I'm not sure I'm not for that anymore. I mean, we shouldn't be for that because these people are, like, portrayed as 16-year-olds. Possibly. I don't know how old Damian is. It doesn't even matter. So I better not want to slam our jam. What's the matter? Oh, nothing, just school. She falls backwards onto the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc off into different directions. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I know already or never need to know anyway. Ugh. Well, you don't have to go to class every day. You were taking it easy today, huh? No, I was doing gym. Same difference. It's not different. I'm getting strong. Virginia is a fat mood. Yeah, kinda. You know, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks. William's different. He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me. Where are you guys from, anyway? Massachusetts. Salem? No, Springfield. Are there really witches in Salem? Sure, there still are, but I know what you mean. A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them. Not so keen on moving. I think a certain Virginia does actually care about what a certain Donald thinks. Maybe. I mean, if you were the sister of a talking duck, I think you'd care quite a bit about what they think. How many people could say that your brother's a talking duck? back, my girlies.
Welcome back, Cole. How are you doing?
When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies. Not in big settlements anyway. Stop flirting with me. I'm not flirting with you, I'm saying welcome back. I'm just being really weird with it. And no wizards from Africa went there at all. So, the only proper magical people around were the natives. At the time of Salem, they didn't want much to do with the colonists. Then, a couple kids came out wild seed, and there wasn't anybody to control them. So the witches were hanged. They hanged for real? No, it was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. Yay, stress is 4%. We need more. No, we don't. That's bad. So they blamed other people when the preachers told them to. And it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. I guess it's important to go to school, huh? Yep! White magic! When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard. Good morning, Starshines. Good morning, Professor Potsdam. We'll need to sit down before we can start, but take your time. Relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic. Taking her at her word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat. For some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. But infinite possibilities. Like the number 0, or the Fool card. We're gonna get personas, aren't we? Oh, I hope we get personas. Hey. Speaking of which, I really want to get Persona 5. Really pissed it didn't come to Switch yet. Still, or hasn't been announced, or will ever be, or stands. I haven't watched JoJo. I also don't know if I have a desire to watch JoJo, so stands are kind of like, I don't know. For some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. In the non-magical world, white is a complete spectrum. All colors combined into one. In some ways, you could think of white magic as either of these things. White magic is the tool you use to access the spiritual realm. Ghosts, dreams, creatures from other planes, the thoughts of those around you. With white magic, you can experience and communicate with things that are normally hidden. There is one thing I need to warn you about. Some people have tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits instead of asking for their aid. Don't do it. You will regret it. My friend just actually finished Persona 5. It took him like 70 hours. Wow! It's a long game, but good. What sort of warning is that? Does she mean that it won't work, or that we'll be expelled or arrested, or our brains will melt or something? Maybe she'll tell us more later. Maybe. I thought we were supposed to relax. Green magic seems animal-based. It is animal-based. Scratch that. Just look up and it's more like 120. Oh. I mean, it's a long game regardless. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam again standing by the chalkboard. Hello, little seedlings. Please take your seats. Today you're going to learn about green magic, the magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Your body is a garden to be cared for. With proper tending, it could last you for centuries. Just like me. Sorry, black lung. No spoils intended, but it's apparently 25 hours to finish the first part. I mean, I already know everything that happens, or every major plot point anyway, so whatever. It's an old game, yo. Well, now it is. Been out for a bit. We're good. I just really want to play it because it's still a game that looks fun. It's time to make things work on loots properly. Thank you, 3DS or Pudonkus, whatever you wish to go by. I've got 3 names to remember. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Be patient and the rose vines will lose their thorns and twine around you. One of the students makes a scoffing noise. If you can heal, it can kill. What happens if you force something to grow the wrong way quickly? Why would you want to do that? Because you don't like the life in front of you? Oh, if that's your plan, I can move forward to working with you for a very long time. Life has its own flow. You can change it, but the harder you push, the more energy you'll need. To cause a great change in an instant takes immense power, so you'd better get started. Oh boy. I got away with changing my name to Pudonkus at this point on Twitch. Good. I am now level 8 stress. After dinner, I'm walking back to my room when I notice the door is already open. I peek through the gap to see who's inside. It's Ellen. She's folding up some clothing, probably putting her laundry away. Wait a minute, that's Virginia's dresser she's opening. Why is Ellen rummaging around in our roommate's stuff? I haven't made a sound. She doesn't know I'm here yet. We need more stress. No. You want to know something? Why not just ask? What are you doing? Eh? Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just tidying up a little. Yeah, but in Virginia's stuff? Yes. Why are you tidying up her things? Because she doesn't do it herself? She's making you be her maid. No! At this point, Virginia returns to our shared room. Hey guys, what's up? Why are you making poor Ellen into your slave? Eh? She's not! What is going on here? I shake my head. I think I'm obviously confused about something. Saw me putting away some of your clothes. Oh, it was you that's been doing that. Sorry, I just hate messy rooms. That's my fault. I'm not very good at picking up after myself. Mom always does it for me at home. Still, I didn't think it was too bad yet. I've only been here a week. Weirdo. Me or Ellen? I mean, either way, yes, but like, you'd be my mother and clean my room. No. Hate having things be out of place. Makes me feel nervous. I don't know if I can make things perfect all the time. We all have to live together for a year without driving each other crazy. How can we work this out? Everyone maintains their own space? That's a good question. Virginia should pay Ellen. Ellen should teach Virginia. I don't know, dude. Not like Virginia doesn't know already, but like, would Virginia have the money to pay Ellen? I like the first option better. Same, but isn't that just what happened? In my opinion, I'm thinking first option. Fair enough. This room belongs to all 3 of us. We should each be able to be comfortable as much as possible. Now look at Alan. You should be able to keep your bed and desk perfectly neat, and none of us should touch it. Nothing's out of place. Now Virginia should be able to be a slob on her own bed as long as she keeps her stuff out of your way and doesn't stink up the room. Ha! I suppose. It's not a perfect compromise, but it's hard to reach a perfect agreement between 3 different people. True. Awakened early on a Saturday morning by a tap at the door, followed by a faint hissing sound. What's going on? I stumbled out of bed to find that 3 envelopes had been pushed under the door to our room, each marked with one of our names. Hey, money's here! What? $5, really? That's all I get for being here? That's the spending allowance? Each envelope contains $5, the weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students. It's our money, then why can't they just give it to us all at once? I guess they don't trust us not to spend it all at once, and then run out and complain. Well, that might teach people to plan ahead. This way still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy something really cool, you've got to save up. You're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. I'm not, but it's great to get out and look at something other than school for a while, isn't it? I mean, true. Could be this universe has some really odd economics. True. Woo! Mall! True. Also, Virginia does have a point. Yes. Also, they have ice cream, and penny candy, and really big cinnamon cookies. And we got the idea. Since I've been there before, I can show you guys around. What about studying? You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, Fish? I mean, you got a point. Sure, let's go to the mall. Guess it's okay, but you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Yes, Mother? Students are lining up outside the school, waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. He thinks that'll help reduce the stress. Depends on what we encounter at the mall. Come on, we can ride together. Wait a minute. What is it? We're still in uniform. So? Will people stare at us because we're all wearing capes? Nah. Just act natural. No big deal. It's nowhere near Halloween. Since the teachers aren't saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. Maybe they're in on all of this. Ellen gave birth to Twizzler's hair? Sure. Why not? The mall is not very large or very crowded. At least where I'm standing, witches and wizards easily outnumber the shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. I guess if students come here all the time, they get used to it? Okay, that place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh fruit. That one does baked potatoes. That's a gift shop. There's the cafe. There's the movie theater. There's the arcade. There's that other arcade that's run down that we don't go to. There's the Chuck E. Cheese. All the fish to assume capes aren't in currently. True. There's the cape shop. Are all these stores magical? No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm gonna get a chocolate croissant. What about you? You, Chuck E. Cheese. I got a games arcade. I'm gonna blow all my money there, but that's a bad idea. Let's check the magic store. Sure. Virginia's vague directions in mind, I set out in search of the magic store. This branch of the mall looks like a dead end. There's only one shop front, and it's labeled now with a coming soon sign on the door. But as I get closer, a patch of wall blurs and shimmers to reveal a second door marked with a star. Marvelous magical accoutrements. Accoutrements. Yeah, that's how you do it. What? Oh, that's expensive. Store 9 3/4. Boy, if you ain't right. I don't think I'm gonna need any of that. I finished my shopping and joined my fellow students to return to Iris Academy. Well, that did nothing. I have $10. I'm not buying glasses. Furry set? Wait, what? Where? Oh my god. You're right, though. I want to see... What's at the food court? There are many different kinds of foods available here. I can buy a fruit. I'm gonna buy a cookie. A sextant. It measures angles. I don't think a sextant is what it sounds like. Yeah, it's a thing that measures angles on a map, I think. I know. Well, now everybody knows. More you know, I guess. I don't know if I want to waste the money on food, though. It's like... It might reduce stress, though, so let's... You know what, let's spoil ourselves. We're getting a pastry. Get my food and sit down and chat with other students. My snack is tasty, but it doesn't last long. Stress decreased by 5. There we go. We want that furry set. Oh, when I get more money, I'll go get the furry set. Guess. Oh, heck yes. On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't any student activities today that I know of, and I haven't made plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. I'm not used to being completely out of contact like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorms, so I can't call home. Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or the mail was slow. I'm sure I'll hear from them soon. I'm gonna be quite a bit surprised if it ends up being what I'm thinking. We'll find out, won't we? No phones, no computers, no television. Doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like this, it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. It's a beautiful campus. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something rather than keep walking and risk another collision. While the flowers and paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open. I follow the paths away from the main buildings towards grassy fields. We could play games out here if we borrowed some balls from the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. Yeah, 30 weeks max, assuming all we get is $5 a week. We're probably gonna get more later, I'm sure. I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone I don't know. I hurry to catch up. Mostly girls again this year, isn't it? Yeah, both my roommates are. I pause mid-step. What is she talking about? Me and Ellen? That could be a problem eventually. Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out. The other way would be more fun. What? Maybe for you it would. The winged girl laughs. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try to figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just gonna walk away. My entire house smells like a Paula Deen nightmare. Did you cook with butter? And gravy and biscuits? Is someone in your house making biscuits and gravy? No, my fam did. Okay. At the end of the week, I get the chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings, as well as review the spells I've learned so far. Oh. Inventory, I guess. Diary. Lifelong ambitions. Oh. Okay. Next week, I guess. We're done. So Virginia's probably being a magical racist. Or something, I don't know. She's laughing at our mudbloodness with a fairy lady who's also laughing at our mudbloodness. This is still exposition, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing there's gonna be some real deep story eventually. Maybe? I don't know. Get back, gotta do some dishes. Alright. Once again, we're all called to the gymnasium first thing Monday morning. Only this time there are even more people here. Is this a meeting for the whole school? What for? I asked Virginia if she knew what this is about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher. Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I'm your incoming senior class president. But for the next week, you'll be calling me Sir William. I'll be doing no such thing. Nothing. None of that at all. Welcome to freshman initiation. Magical initiation ritual? This seems like a big game of shit on the newbies. Shit on the freshmen. I don't like this. Before we start, I'm required to give you some safety information. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. All you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on stage, announce your name, where you're from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks. Okay. I don't want to participate in this. This seems like a bad idea. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. Some of them I've already met. Some names are new. Suki Sato, Jamal Mir, Pastel Rao, Luke and Logan Piffer. How do I pronounce that? Then it's my turn. After I state my name, William hands me a stapled together paper booklet. Inside are a bunch of rules and a list of all the members of the senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full frames. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week we have to address them as sir or lady whatever. No. No. Mm-mm. I already want to expel myself. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. What? I'm sorry, what? What if the senior's, like, literally just shorter than the freshman? You can't help being taller. I'm taller than most people I work with. Sup, scrub? Sup, you? How you doing? Dude, you're expelled. Good! I don't have to do any of this shit. Why? Why? This is a horrible initiation thing. My sister played this game loads. Nice. Did she enjoy it? Probably because she played it loads, but just kidding, you're not expelled. Shit! I want to be expelled, though. I don't want to remember names. I don't want to remember everybody's names and recite a poem on command and not be taller than a senior because I'm freakishly fucking tall. I'm about to do EX trials. Wish me luck. Good luck! Kill those primals. Also, let us know what you fought after, because I'm curious. I'd say let me know what you're fighting as you fight it, but, like, you have to focus. I'd sub, but I have no money till Saturday. You don't have to sub, dude. Titania and Innocence. I haven't fought Innocence yet. I'm getting there, though. There's more. We must always respond to requests with... Wait, William's at the podium again. Now, as well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you will become the property of one particular... Oh, god damn it. Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait, and we will choose. I don't want to do this. If my first term in college was like this, I would have taken my tuition money and left. Actually, no, it's tuition free. I would have taken my money and left. Yeet, 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 yeet. He steps away from the podium while we freshmen look at each other nervously. The seniors start to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders. Dab run. Okay. My reaction would have been to take the booklet. While they're stepping away from the podium, I walk out of the room and then never do this. Never do this again. We never speak of it, we never talk about it, we never think about it. It never happened. You're taller than me, freshman! Get on the ground! Don't turn away from me, freshman! I see your back. Ellen and I end up kneeling back to back and watching as the sharks circle you. I look up to see Damian standing over me. Of course he's an upperclassman! And this must be what he was saying would happen the next week. Dude, what happened last night as a freshman? I don't know. What did happen last night as a freshman? Are you asking me what happened in school last night as a freshman of myself? I'm in an online college. I don't have to worry about any of this shit. Fish eyes. I think you should be mine. You talked about it, liar. I don't know. What did I talk about? You're gonna have to be a little specific before calling me a liar and tell me what I lied about. So we're never talking about this again. We'll never talk about this again. This thing. My actual freshman in college life is nowhere near this bad. Because I do all of it online, so I don't have to deal with this bullshit. And if I did have to deal with this bullshit, I would leave school. That's the facts. Okay, stand up. Then I might be taller. It's alright, you're with me. My question, what happened last night, was meant for the game. What happened last night is not last night, it's today. So last night was like the sleeping in and then the discovery that Virginia might be a little bit magically racist. So that we can talk about. Today, Monday, September 9th of whatever year this is, probably 2012, because that's when this game came out. Dude, what did I miss? Potential magical racism, and all the senior classmen are shitting on the freshmen's, aka us. So, I'm about 5 seconds from quitting this school. You don't have to worry about the rules if I'm with you. Only what I say matters. Here, take my hand, I'll help you up. I already want to defy this bastard. So we're gonna save here and then do that. I don't need help. I climb to my feet and brush off my knees. So what should we— I said take my hand. What? Down on the ground, freshman! He raises his hand angrily and my knees buckle almost instinctively. Here's a good girl. You've got to understand, Fish, there are rules to this game. You have to follow them, and so do I. I don't want to get you in trouble. Just do what I say, alright? I'm not taking part in this. No. What did you say? I'm not playing along. I don't want to play along. What the fuck? I know. I stand up again, fold my arms over my chest, and glare at him. This isn't funny. This is hazing. This is an initiation ceremony. I won't do it. It's wrong. William said if someone asks you to do something that's wrong, get a teacher. This whole thing is wrong, so I'm leaving. Good. I stomp through the hallways until I find... Fish? Is something wrong? I am not taking part in freshman initiation. Did someone harm you? Not really, it's just the whole idea. That was extremely uncomfortable. Same! That it was. Glad I could refuse to take part in it so far. I see. Well, then you won't take part. It's that simple. Of course! You always have the right to say no. And I'm proud to see a young student standing up for her beliefs. Of course, the older children will not all agree with your choice. Some people who might have been your friends will now avoid you. Every choice has its cost. Maybe so, but maybe some other people will have seen me stand up for myself and be inspired to do the same. How is that weird? How is that the weird thing? Glad I got 14 weird, I guess. You best get on with your classes now, dear. Right. What classes should I take this week? Good question. Oh good, it shows who we have. Maybe the higher weirdness gets you good points in with the other oddballs that maybe that's good. White and green. Okay, white, green, I don't know. Well, we did work out last week. Let's study now, and then we'll do red magic, and then maybe a little bit of blue magic. Play center on Kagura, Peach, Beach, Splash. Jim means talking to very bad guy, I think. Not necessarily. He also might apologize for earlier, so maybe that's a good chance to go for it. I don't know. Maybe things will be fine. Yay, we just immediately gained shit. My roommates return from their classes, neither one of them wants to look me in the eye. What, is there something on my face? Other than your nose? I can't believe you just walked out like that. Well, I did, so what? William worked hard to organize this week, you know? So what? I wasn't gonna let Damian treat me like that. Wait, your senior was Damian? Eh? Right, Damian, the blue guy. Okay, I completely forgive you for messing up William's thing. Why is that? Because Damian's a horrible evil demon and he deserves to be humiliated. I'll probably never speak to you again, and good riddance! Too bad you have to miss out on the rest of initiation just because of that jerk, though. Say so. Should I go back then and do it? Because now I feel like I left for the wrong reasons. I mean, the whole thing was bad itself. Yeah, it was, but like, I don't want Damian to think I hate him for it. I just hate the initiation. And the fact that he also went along with it. Depends on if I can talk to him after and say, you know what? This whole thing is bullshit. You seem like an okay guy. But the scenario we were both in? No. No. Not how Dude Run rolls. And no one else should either. My senior is Balthazar Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him. Mine is William. That's nice. You can save now, then go back to the previous save, then continue this save. True. Anyway, we may be busy a lot this week. But since you won't be, you'll have plenty of time to get ahead in classes. Maybe. Maybe! That is a good point. 3 magic and 3 stress. Oh boy. Cost 1 mana, determines the current state of health of a living target and locates ailments and injuries. Cool. Can I heal with it? Oh, we don't get to talk to him. Uh-oh, this is one of his classes. Get your seats! Hurry up, no shatter! This class carelessness might cost you your fingers. Alright, he wouldn't really cut off fingers, would he? Here you'll be learning the seductive art of red magic, the evocation and control of energy. With this power you might summon a breeze, light a fire, or call a distant object to hand. I say that seductive not because of her power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions. Blast your enemies with lightning, tear buildings apart with earthquakes, let the world around you burn. Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thought. There are many approaches that direct force cannot defend against. He snaps his fingers in the air. One inattentive moment, and you lose control of the forces you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain on the walls. He rubs his hand together and gives a nasty smile. Now for your lessons. Well, shit. It's not until after I wake up on Friday morning that I realize something. Something very important which should have occurred to me before now. Virginia! Psst! Virginia, wake up! It's Friday the 13th. So? Are there any special rituals you need to do or not do to protect us from magical bad luck? No, Friday the 13th is good luck when you're a witch. So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Let me finish sleeping. She pulls the covers over her head. Well, it's not like I need to worry about any of it because I didn't partake in the initiation. And I still am not. Hello, is anybody there? Seems like the campus is half empty this afternoon. All the seniors are gone, all the freshmen are gone. All except for me. I don't even know what I'm missing. Something horrible happening that I should have tried to stop? Or are they all having fun without me? Ah, well, at least I have the room to myself. Since there's nobody around to bother me, I can be as loud and as silly as I want and not have to worry about being interrupted. That makes studying much less stressful. Smart increased by there we go! Plus side to standing up for myself is I get to be as weird or as smart as I want. What? Saturday morning I find envelopes under the door again. Our allowances and one extra. My parents finally wrote to me. I open up the envelope intending to skim through it quickly, but it turns out that there's not much to skim through. They send their love and hope that I'm having fun at boarding school. That's it. No mention of what they've been doing, no questions about any friends I've made, not even any questions about magic. How can they not ask about magic? Before I got here, I had no idea what was possible. There was only that brief moment of magic before... back when I was 13, before the officials came to turn off the power and give me the choice. For 3 years I've had to wait and wonder. Now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibilities and they don't even ask. Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy. Or they'll figure I'll tell them when I want to tell them. I still haven't written. So bad. Write them a letter tomorrow. Really. For today, I have to decide whether or not to go out. Yes, go out. We're gonna de-stress. What can we do for window shopping? Wander in and out of various stores. It's not a very big mall, but there are books, clothes, music, and toys. So I keep myself entertained for a few hours. Oh. No. We can do better than that. Maybe your magic can be so powerful you'll be better than the seniors. Maybe. Only a few old-style video games with joysticks and buttons here. Most of the arcade is filled with racing games, dance pads, claw grabbers, things that give out tickets for prizes, and a surprisingly large collection of pinball machines. Maybe I can win a... I'm probably not going to win anything for the claw machine. Those are rigged. How about pinball? Most arcades I've been in only contain 1 or 2 pinball machines. Even though this mall isn't very big, they've got a row of 6 games, and 4 of them are being played already. You notice Big Steve, a senior from Toad Hall, is already playing. He looks pretty into it, too. Well, they're not going to talk to me, but whatever, we'll talk. Wait for a while because I don't want to disrupt his concentration by talking in the middle of the game. Very courteous of you. Thank you. He keeps racking up more free balls. Is he ever going to stop? And at last, for no reason I can see, he takes his hand off the controls and allows the balls to sink on their own. Why'd you stop? I'm tired of this one. Moves over the stand in front of another machine. I talk quickly before I can get a new game started. You're really good at that, you know? Yeah. I must play an awful lot. You practicing for a tournament or something? No. And with that, he pulls the plunger and sends the new ball into play. Okay, whatever, I guess I'll play on my own then. Bouncing shiny things around into flashing lights is fun. 5. Okay, video games are good. Video games are a good way to de-stress. Good. I'll let that happen. After breakfast, I sit down to figure out what to write my parents. I could tell them about the strange professors here, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I can tell them about initiation, I suppose. I'm sure they'll be proud of me for refusing to take part in a bullying ritual. Unless if it's a stressful video game. True. Very true. Pinball, though, is pretty chill. Unless it's really bullshit. I don't know. Guess I should tell them about my bedroom and the food here. Things like that. So they don't worry about me. I want to know that I get enough sleep and that I remember to brush my teeth. Vodka! What about it? Oh, this? This is water. Actual water. From my fridge. From the water dispenser that's filtered and all that. It's really good. My roommates, I should write about them. Been so busy, we don't know each other all that well yet, but they're both good people. As for magic, well, I've learned a few things, but haven't really done proper magic yet. Just classroom exercises, so I'll wait a while before I tell them much about that. Mail doesn't go out on Sundays, so I fold up a letter and stick it in an envelope, but I don't seal it yet. You can get a stamp from the on-campus post office tomorrow. Spellbook, oh my god. Diagnosis, but that's about it. Inventory, nothing. Next week, disappointment. On Monday morning, I set off across the campus on my way to breakfast. Hey, wait up! Oh, it's Virginia. Hi! What's up? Status for clubs is this week. Wanted to make sure you were on board for the sports team. Liz next door said no, but Anisha's in. What sport are we doing exactly? Quidditch! At this point in my life, I kind of forgot that I had night mode on my laptop. It's just way easier on the eyes. Yeah? We can vote on that later. First, I have to get enough people to agree and find out what sort of team we can manage. Promise you'll join? Sure, I guess. I don't want to, though. Sports is not my thing. I have official signups on Wednesday afternoon, so go to the gym then. As long as we're both doing it, Ellen will have to stop studying all the time and join in. She waves and jogs away. Well, so what am I going to do this week? Well, if I need to do that for Wednesday, then I guess I'm doing that. Let's do we'll do green magic on Monday. We'll actually take a day to study, just in case. Maybe I'll need it, I don't know. We'll do... yeah, we'll do a day of blue magic. I'll suffer grabby for a little bit. Track Scent allows the caster to trace creatures that have recently passed through an area. Okay. How about this one? Light. Gentle glow improves visibility in the caster's location. Nice. Rip black and red magic. We'll get it. I just need to, you know, live with it. Need to go do the thing. It's just gonna be a slow little romp here, because I want to get some healing spells and shit. I arrive at the gym to see a haphazard collection of booths and tables and clouds of underclassmen swirling around them. Raven Darkstar from Snake Hall is with a group that appears to be Drama Club. Someone else has a Save the Dragons banner. Save them from what? Raven Darkstar. Talk about edgy. Make edgelord. Ellen's already here, standing by the wall looking around before joining the throng. Hey, you guys. Come on, you have to put your names on the form to make it official. My sign-up's over there. Virginia grabs us both and drags us over to her station. Sign it! Sign it! Right, alright. Go on my wrist. Sorry. You guys sign it. You guys sign it, I have to go grab some more people. He hurries away. Ellen signs and picks up the pen. And you don't have to. No, you don't have to join just because she tells you to. You're not into sports. Eh? Are you saying I look like I can't play? You look like you're uninterested. I just don't want Virginia to bully you, that's all. Whatever. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. This makes me mad sometimes. Gym class at my old school, I was never the first one picked for teams, even for games I'm really good at. Nobody notices what I'm good at. Well, that means they're dumb and they underestimate you, so you can clean their clocks, right? Sometimes. Wait for Ellen to write her name on the form, then I sign beneath it. I'm going to look around and see what other clubs there are, okay? I guess I should too. BRB. Okay, Demental. Is there a magical honor society? That's a good question. As Ellen and I move around the room, I see someone jump onto the stage. It's Donald, Virginia's other brother. He pounds his fist on his chest a few times and takes a deep breath. Brooms for old skills, pouchlings, brutes and buskins. He has a surprisingly good voice, strong and clear, even if the words are nonsense. Why can't we do extra credit? I don't know. Will you buy any new broom? And Jacob from Falcon Hall stands up beside him and starts the song from the beginning as Donald continues. It's around like Frere Jacques, but a strange one. Donald clears his throat and just belts out unintelligible duck noises. After they finish singing about spools and sealing wax or whatever, the boys make grandiose bows and I applaud along with the other students who are paying attention. It's not my kind of music, but they were pretty good at singing it. Come this way to sign up for chorale! They wave and jump down from the stage. Chorale sounds like fun. I'm not interested, but I follow Ellen anyway to be polite. Hello, lady! Gonna sign up for... Wait, I know you. How much rehearsal do you have to do to be in chorale? You're Urchin's roommates. What are you doing here? She said you were joining her stupid sports thing. I can't do both? Well, what if we schedule things at the same time? You gotta pick which side you're on, mine or hers. That's rude. But Ellen just laughs. It's okay, I know how you feel. I have a little sister too. You do? Never mentioned her. Well, you haven't hung around very long, have you? We're very different people. Jenny is not interested in magic, or books, or sports. I'm starting to question whether she is interested in life. BRB, ice cream exists now. Nice! She just wants to be a ballerina and have everybody love her.
Is she spoiled rotten? Does she get away with everything even if she started it?
Basically.
See, little sisters are a menace.
I don't know, dude. I had an older sister that was kind of like that for a while. Not dissing my sister, but like... yeah, she kinda... well, a bit was... yeah. I'm gonna shut up now. Sounds like one of those names like Tiffany or Rebecca or Brooklyn. I think you mean Brooklyn? Dude is dissing his sister. No, I'm not. Not anymore. She's gotten better.
So I wouldn't spell it off and I had to hear about it from them and my teacher at school because she's a messy eater.
Jenny used to hate it if I locked my door to study in private. And she would stand outside and scream until Mama would make me let her in.
Yeah, you know how it is. Anyway, it's cool if you want to sign up for Sorrel.
I'd like to try, but if it gets in the way of my schoolwork, I'll have to stop.
Yeah, whatever.
What about you, whatever your name is? Me? There's no way I'm signing in public. I think I'd better go see how Virginia's doing. We just don't want us to be seen next to Donald Duck, do we? I hurry away. But we didn't get to look at any other clubs. Oh cool, we gain a spell. Spirit Sight detects nearby sentients, including ghosts and creatures from the other world. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we gained a smart and 2 stress from that. The ice cream is amazing. Yay! Virginia is picking a piece of paper to the wall. Sticking a piece of paper to the wall with blue putty. What's that? Members list. We did it. We have enough people for an official club. Green plus white magic. Or spiritual animals. Even if Liz still refuses to join because I said riding wasn't a real sport. Mostly wolves and horses, but I kinda expected that. Balthazar signed up too. Hope it's because he wants to play and not because he likes me. She's putting it up like Play-Doh? I don't know. Probably blue magic goop. Goop. G-O-O-P. Thanks, subtitles. Good job. Oh, good, you actually did correct it. You don't like toads? Horrible Donald put real toads in my bed when I was little. He was crushed that I didn't scream when I saw them. I still kicked his butt for being mean to the poor toads. I don't think they like my bed. Do you guys always fight? Pretty much. He's been pulling stupid pranks on me since I was practically a baby. Not all brothers did that. No. I didn't do that. At least not that I remember. Then again, I probably did something occasionally. Not William. He's the best big brother ever. Yes, he did. I don't remember if I did. If I did, I didn't do it often. We just didn't get along. I remember. You don't remember shit. You were not part of my family, Cole. We're not related. Yeah, I guess I am lucky. Yes, I was. No, you weren't. What should I do today? Mall. We're getting a lunch. Maybe that'll help. I get my food and sit down to chat with other students. The food at the school cafeteria certainly isn't bad, but somehow fast food feels like more fun. Variety is the spice of life. 10 de-stress. Hell yeah. See Virginia at a table waving at me. Hey fish, over here. Coming closer, I stop and stare in awe at the monstrosity on the table in front of her. There's a cookie, then 2 brownies, each cut diagonally into triangles and sit around the edges of the cookie like the rays of a pastry sun. Then a fat scoop of chocolate ice cream rippled with peanut butter, and a smaller scoop of vanilla perched on it like a crown. Over the whole mess are swirls of whipped cream and a scattering of chopped nuts and chocolate sprinkles. The only thing missing is a cherry on top. Judging by the stem on the side of the plate, the cherries didn't last long. Forgot your name was Fish and I nearly choked. You're gonna eat the whole thing? You can have a bite if you want. One bite. Nah, we can share it if you want. If you're okay with it, hand me a spoon. Again, Giant Sundae is deliciously decadent, but with Virginia consuming it at a rapid pace, I feel compelled to keep up. That probably wasn't a good idea. Poor stomach didn't really have room for so much sweet. Feel a bit sick. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna save scum. I think I'll stick with a bite, thanks. Virginia's idea of a proper dessert is delicious, but sort of overwhelming. I'm not decreasing my strength for this. Dear Mom and Dad, I've only gotten one letter from you so far. What's happening back at home? I miss you. I've met so many people here, and most of them are nice, but it's not the same. Yeah, I'm save scumming. I don't care, though. It's my game, and I'll play it how I want. It's also a visual novel, so I can back up a little bit. I've met so many people here, and most of them are nice, but it's not the same. My roommates and I have started a sports club. We have our first meeting today. We played some pickup soccer, so don't worry, we're getting plenty of exercise. My game. You didn't make it. Or did you? Please write soon. Love, Fish. I think it would decrease stress with the extra food, but alright. Unless we stuff ourselves. You don't know that. Okay. What did you do in the game? Maybe a secret brother you have. I don't have a brother. Like, I never had a brother. I did not grow up with a brother. As far as I know, my dad did not fuck anybody else. Okay. That's why it's a secret. He's a secret brother. Nah. It's a secret even from my family. Sigh, I seal up the envelope and put it on my desk, ready to send. It hasn't even been a month, but I can't help feeling homesick. I just have to take each day as it comes. I decided to go for a walk around the campus. As I'm wandering around the buildings, I notice a tall figure tossing a ball up in the air and catching it. As I get closer, I realize that I'm wrong. He's not throwing it and catching it, he's not touching it at all. Oh, I thought you were about to say he's not even tall. You don't have a high enough level of authorization to hear from fam. Oh. Well, shit. William points his wand at the ball, holding it suspended in midair. With a flick of his wrist, he sends it flying upwards, where it eventually reverses course and comes back down again, to be caught when he manages to line up the tip of his wand with the falling sphere. What are you doing? Control exercise. Is that hard? It's a matter of keeping your focus, keeping your rhythm, and not using too much force so it'll get away. If you want to show off, you could do this with an egg. Oh. Makes it more obvious when you miss. Can I try that with the ball? You really want to? Catch! He flicks the ball high up into the air, then steps out of the way. I try to summon up some kind of energy to push against the ball, but nothing happens. The ball hits the ground and bounces away. Oops. What? Are you gatekeeping being a brother, 3DS? Are you gatekeeping your family? I guess that's the only thing you can gatekeep. Exactly. Hey, don't worry, you're only a freshman. This is upper class stuff. You're not supposed to be able to do it. That's true. William's a senior. Not only that, he's a senior class president. He's a senior class asshole! Making everybody making all the freshmen get bullied for some kind of initiation ritual that's stupid as fuck. You're better off practicing spells that are meant for your level, especially right now, if you know what I mean. You'll find out. I'm not participating in any more of these rituals. Practice. I suppose I should get back to my dorm and think about what I'm going to do next week. Brood? I could brood. Can I cast anything? Like, when would I need any of this? Where's my, Dude, class president and student council is just sitting while people talk, but like nothing else. Yeah. A little bit. Virginia yawns and stretches. Time for another week of the grind.
Wait!
What? Well, the first big exam is this week, right?
Sure.
Who's giving the exam? What are we expected to know? When does it happen? No idea! Aren't you supposed to know these things? Your family... Virginia waves a hand dismissive. Secrets. All kinds of secrets. William says if he tells me what's on the test, then the test wouldn't be fair. Well, it would be wrong for him to tell you the answers. That's cheating, and William would never do that. Plus, you must know something. What kind of tests are they? Do we have to write essays or fight duels? Look, all I know is that it's about casting spells. That's it. Now, come on. Try that better. Come on, we have to pick our schedule for the week. Well, if I'm gonna need spells, then let's do a bit of a variety here. We'll do blue, we'll do more black, we'll do white, and we'll do a little bit more black. I got a little bit of everything, so hopefully... Actually, no, let's do a red. If I need to attack something, I need to attack something. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. Be ready for shit. Silence. A single target is rendered temporarily noiseless. Good. Like I'm in the middle of the night and I can't remember why. Oh, right. Someone's talking in their sleep. Oh, William. Is Ellen having a dream about... No, wait, that's Virginia's voice calling her brother's name. Only 6 toothbrushes. No, I probably don't want to know. I'm going back to sleep. 6 toothbrushes. 1 of each week. Hold up. Holding up. Oh, I don't gain much black magic, do I? Empathy. Reveals the emotional state of a target. When am I ever gonna use that? Hi, fish! Professor Grabiner's holding an open review for the exam. Do you want to come? Virginia can't be bothered because she says it's not worth it. It's the first test and it's probably not a big deal. On the other hand, even if it was a big deal, Virginia probably wouldn't want to study more than she had to. Yeah, we'll go to the study side. Hi, fish, says the normal anime-style character. Hi, fish! Fish is just an actual... a goldfish in the bowl that has a human body. It just has a goldfish in the fishbowl for a head. Might as well have Elmer Fudd come to science class. Okay, maybe we can quiz each other afterwards? Maybe. The room is slightly too small for all the anxious freshmen clustering in it. From the whispers I overhear, it seems that no one knows what the test is going to cover, only that it takes place tomorrow. Professor Grabby's appearance doesn't settle anyone's nerves. Open your textbooks if you have them. This is not a quiz. This is for your own benefit. If you do not know the answer, look it up or ask someone. I'm digging it. Okay. That's enough of that. I scoot over to where I can peek at Ellen's notes. They're better organized than mine. If you have paid any attention to your homework up to this point, you should be aware of the broad range of uses for magic within the pentachromatic system. Mr. Arius, if I was to cast a spell to make a beast's fur fall out, what magic would you use? Green, sir? I should hope you would know that much without the need for ask my approval. Miss Eyes, what color of magic will you use to transform a lump of coal into a diamond? Well, shit, I don't know. Transformation was red, wasn't it? This is a Pokemon Town theme type Bob. I'm pretty sure it's either red or blue. Wait, no, black. No. It was either blue or green. Let's try blue. Blue, sir? Are you so hesitant? Yes, the magic of change would suffice. Okay, there we go. It was blue. I forgot blue was change. I thought red was change, but red is attack, now that I think about it. Or something. He continued in his vein. Continues in his vein, putting individual students on the spot to answer questions about the applications of each color of magic. Suddenly, his voice cuts off in the middle of a sentence.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes, sir?
as you do not appear to have need of these revisions, you are excused. You may find more challenging material to occupy your lives this Saturday in detention.
Yes, sir. Leaves the room. What was that about? I didn't see him do anything, but it's too crowded in here to be sure. I hope all this revision is worth it. It's wearing me out. When does attack? Yeah. Why does this game look familiar all of a sudden? Deja vu, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there was another game like it before. I awakened to a knock on the door. Looking around at the room, I noticed that Virginia hasn't stirred at all. Ellen's awake, but she shakes her head frantically when I meet her eyes. Guess it's up to me to answer it. I pull on my robe and go to see who it is.
Joyous morning to you, fish!
Hi. I came to deliver your exam schedules. This is a solo exam, though each student has a separate time slot. Report to the listed room at the time indicated to receive further instructions. Further instructions at separate times. This exam process is very unusual. Please pass on the schedules to your classmates. She waves and goes on her way.
Goodbye, fish!
Breeze. Moves air around the caster's current square, creating a gentle breeze. Ooh. Funny thing about fish eyes is how she doesn't actually have the eye type I considered the fish eyes. Oh. I thought you were suggesting a name. Oh well, wait, what was the other? Push object. Ooh. Nice. It works though. Instructions said to be at this room at this time. The door is closed and I can't see inside. Someone else might still be in there taking their test. Well, too bad. I don't want to be penalized for being late. I rap quietly but firmly on the door. And the world starts to go surreal. Oh shit. What happened? Where am I? You are now in dungeon level 1, layout 5B. Who said that? The exit from this dungeon lies beyond the wall in front of you. There are no doors in your room. You must use magic in order to escape. Good luck. What magic? You just entered battle in a JRPG. This must be this mysterious test that no one would tell us about. What happens if we fail? Are we stuck down here forever? Bricked up in the cast of Amontillado? Surely even Professor Grabby wouldn't be that awful. But I have to use magic. What kind of magic? I only get one choice. Oh shit, I don't know. It'd be transformation, but I don't have anything like that, do I? Do magic change things and moves things? It's probably how I ended up in this room to begin with. Someone used magic on me to teleport me, so it must be possible for me to do the same thing backwards. Here goes nothing. And nothing's all I get. Wait, maybe it's working. I'm back in the school! Oh. Well, if it doesn't matter, let's try something else. Green would be animals, though. Sort this by color. It's a living thing. Can I cast anything? No. Let's try green. Apparently not much. What do I do now? Should I try something else? Wait, no. Maybe blue was the correct one. There's a wall in my way. Walls are objects. Black magic affects objects, so I'll try that. Nothing happens. Like, shit. Maybe it's not the fact that we're able to do anything. Maybe it's just the fact that we're trying. That's incorrect. Red magic is for blasting. If I blast through the wall, I can get out. Simple, so I'll try that. Nothing. Well, something, but not enough. The wall's still there. I think they all have the same effect. I might just have to have a skill of 10. Maybe. Let's just use blue then.
It was the effort, Miss Eyes, but you lack the skill and the power to teleport yourself reliably.
But I did, didn't I? Or maybe he moved me after I failed.
In future examinations, the dungeon will be warded to prevent such easy escapes. You might also consider that attempting to teleport yourself without sufficient skill can have very unpleasant consequences. However, you are not expected to know that at this stage. Remember to be both creative and cautious in the future. Dismissed.
What? What? I don't know what happened. Did we do good? Did we not do good? I don't know. They didn't grade me. I think they all have the same effect. You might just have that single level. Okay, I guess. I blew up the wall. Mostly, anyway. Old Grabby said that's the boring answer, but I thought it was fun. What about you, Ellen? Well, I just teleported back out again. Ha! That makes sense. What do you think the other exams will be like? More dungeons? I think grabbing her is a hard ass, but actually chill. I don't know about that. Probably weird how the exams are more fun than the classes, huh? I don't think they are. What are you guys doing today? At the moment, there's a knock at the door. Are the allowances? Why didn't they just push them in? I'll go check. In the hallway by our door, I see a small stack of envelopes. Normal ones with the allowances in them. And a large brown padded envelope addressed to me. My parents sent me something. I go back inside and hand out the money to the other girls. What have we got there? Something from my parents, I don't know. It's absolutely covered in tape. It's gonna take me a few minutes to get it open. I'll still be here later. Or it'll still be here later. Yes. Maybe I'd rather look at it without my roommates around anyway. Mall to de-stress because 19 stress, yo. Food court. What'd I miss? Things. As I make my way to the food court, I spot someone waving. Virginia Ellen Fish. Over here. What's he up to? I walk over to his table to find a large chocolate chip cookie with congrats written on it in frosting. I thought we should celebrate you passing your exam. Okay. Cool. Okay, something just flew here. What is it? I have a fly in my room. You missed the exam. Dude didn't have a good enough skill level to finish it the right way, but he got a pass on it. Did I? Was it because I tried a certain thing that didn't work, but would have worked if I had been skilled enough? I didn't know I passed. As far as I knew, it's still just like fucking sucked ass. I failed. Oh, dude, be more smart. I'm sorry! All you needed was a higher amount of skill, dude. Oh, okay, fine. He gives him a big hug, the top of her head nestling under his chin. You guys did it too, right? Facing unknown challenges with nothing but your magic. You're real witches now. Too much variety, maybe? I guess, but like, fine. I was thinking learn the spells rather than get good at the particular kind of spell. Like, I thought I'd be using some of this. Like any of this. I have all these spells, what are they for if I can't use them? I was thinking have spells under my belt, not have magic under my belt. It's sweet how William looks after his little sister. Too bad Donald can't be here too. Never did find out why he got detention. He did mention though that he would tweak the dungeon to prevent teleportation, so it might be time to invest in red or green. Maybe a bit of... yeah, I'll do green and white then. Red, green, and white. Have a seat and dig in, kids. Kids? I thought we were real witches now. Yep. He reaches over the table to ruffle my hair. The cookie gets split into 4, and then split again when Ellen gives Virginia some of hers. Soon it's nothing but crumbs and memory. But I wanted to reduce it by 10 because of the food thing. While my roommates are out, I pull the package out that my parents sent me. Well, not a package, really. It's not a box, just a big envelope wrapped up in tape. I try for a while to pull the tape off, but it's not coming. Eventually I pull out some nail clippers and use them to make a small hole and tear it apart. Inside it is a letter and a small newspaper. My old school's paper. And a stack of photographs. Mom and Dad waving at me, my house, my backyard. They haven't forgotten me after all. Yay! Parental love! Been here for about a month now. I guess I'm getting used to this life. American casts magic using the colors of the Italian flag. 2012 HD found footage. What? Oh, yeah. Good point. That's exactly what I did, pretty much. Is 3DS a witch? I don't know. Hey, you guys, are either of you interested in running for class office? Like president? I don't think... What do you have to do to run? Not much. You just have to tell the teachers by the end of this week that you want to run, then next week everybody votes. Oh, and you have to have a clean record, no demerits. That rolls me out. Unless you know how to get rid of demerits. Must be a way to earn merits to balance your record. Maybe you could ask one of the professors to let you do an extra credit project? You won't catch me asking for extra work anyway. There are only 2 positions for the freshman class, president and treasurer. The upper classes have more because they do more events and stuff. Freshman officers don't do anything? I'm sure they do something, just not as much. Like the junior class is in charge of the prom, and that's a big deal. Then, the same people who run the prom junior year have to run initiation at the start of the next year because elections haven't been held yet. It's a ton of work. It's much easier for freshmen. You probably just have to go to meetings with the teachers and nod a lot. And I'm free falling. So are you interested? No one would vote for me. That's why I'm asking. See, Minnie Cochran is obviously going to win president, but it's not even worth trying for that. But the treasurer position's open. Pastel says Jacob says he thinks he'll win it easy. Is this a big he said, she said, he thinks, she said, because that's a thing? I want someone else to win. Anyone else. William isn't running for president in this class again this year, so it's perfect! You can endorse a freshman candidate and then they're sure to win. I'm not sure that... Why don't you run? No way. Class officers have to have meetings with teachers. I see way too much of them in class already. Speaking of which, we need to pick our classes for the next week. So I know this guy who knows a guy who went to the doctor. Apparently, it sucked. Sleep would probably de-stress, so let's do that once. Let's do another white, I guess. No spells there, shit. I get back to my room after this afternoon, the others are already there and they don't look happy. What? Horrible Donald left a box of cat poop on our doorstep during class. It was really mean. Ugh. Where would he get that from? Some of the older students have pets. He must have gotten someone to help. Should we try to find out who? No, this is between him and me. And the professors. He's so gonna get it for this. You're gonna tell on him? He's going too far. He has to stop. It's pretty hard to forgive a joke like that. Going out of his way to get a hold of cat shit and leaving it on the doorstep? It's awful. At least it wasn't on fire. With magic. That would suck. I got healing! I got healing, boy! Yay! Heal me. No! Sleeping reduces stress to 0. Oh, good. Good, good. Communication. Allows the caster to communicate understandably with a willing target. Okay, good. So, are you gonna do it? I don't think... Oh, come on! I'm not the sort of person... Fish! Are you gonna run for treasurer? You can't. You have to have a clean record, remember? Right, right. Just have to look for somewhere else, then. You had to boost your white magic that much to learn social skills. Shit. I think it was like mental communication, but then again, probably yeah. Ellen sits on her bed and brushes back her hair. Such a strange thing to get worked up over. And she is very competitive. Green and white magic. A lot more spiritual animals. If it really matters so much, she ought to do it herself instead of trying to get everyone else to do it for her. I suppose. You think your brother will do what she says? Promote someone just because she wants him to? Probably. She's his baby sister. Looks out for her. He's so sweet. Oh, he is he? Ellen, have you got a crush on William? No. Maybe. She sighs and flops back onto the bed. Yes? Nothing wrong. Okay, you like William, so what's the problem? He's cute, responsible, a good student, he's popular. So? They can have any girl he wants. Never want a girl like me. Guys want someone pretty who likes makeup and dancing and pouts until she gets her way. No. No. Nah, that ain't it. At least not for everyone, but like... shallow people like that. Damian sort of stopped appearing as of late, and I'm happy for that. I'm a guy who likes guys. And he's not even 13 yet, and she's already got boys chasing her. Boys think of me as just a rock with hair, a useless fuzzy lump. I'm a guy who likes tortilla chips. What's up, fam? Tortilla chips are pretty good. Know what's even better, though? Pizza. To correct subtitles, I said pizza. Useless fuzzy lump? What? William is nice. He would never... But he would never... Tell him if you like him, you should tell him. No! What's the worst that can happen? He says no, then you know, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And what if he likes you and you're just wasting time not knowing it? It's not very likely. Never know unless you try. We are horses. We're supposed to be daring. You're cute and clever and sweet. You're not hopeless. Maybe he likes you, maybe he doesn't, but there's only one way to find out. I'll think about it. What if I use mind-reading powers on him? Virginia stretches and yawns. Are you and William working on your plan to take over the class today? Well, we can't today exactly. Why not? He's not here. What do you mean he's not here? It's Cider Day, the big apple festival in the next county over. Most of the upperclassmen go there on field trip. They get stupid drunk on horse cider. Dude, run Master Wingman and initiate in social skills. Thank you. Thank you. I take pride in this achievement. It's over an hour away, so they have to leave early. Why didn't we hear about it? Freshmen aren't allowed. It's a privilege. What's an apple festival? Are you kidding me? It's a festival with apples. About apples. No one's better than another person. Just saying. Unless you're an asshole in some form or another, in which case you're better than no one and everyone else is better than you. A harvest fair. Don't you have those where you're from? I don't know. You got a big old-fashioned cider press set up on the green so everybody can watch the apples being crushed. Then they sell jugs of it. I'm not saying you're an asshole. I'm just saying, like, if someone were to say, I'm better than everybody. You're not. I don't know. You're not an asshole. Maybe you should heal Cole then, dude. Alright, fine. Heal. I don't have the mana. Apparently, I don't have a mana gauge at all, so I can't. I don't know. There's lots of food, apple donuts, apple sausages, apple upside down cake, caramel apples, squash apple soup. Well, it's not all apples. Big bake sale, craft sale, art contest, and there's fiddlers in the day and then a contra dance in the evening. I don't know what a Contra dance is, but I keep thinking of the game Contra. Why would you dance to Contra? Visual novels for 2 hours. 2.5 hours, actually. From the look on Ellen's face, she has no idea what a Contra dance is, but she's not going to ask. Ellen's probably thinking the same thing I am. Dancing to Contra music. Contra. The video game Contra. So the seniors are going off to a dance without us. Well, doesn't matter. What should I do today? Ellen, thicker than a stick. How old are these people? 16-ish, maybe. I think. Oh, that's fine then. Abort. High school. Yeah, it's a magical high school. The Manitol, like, what are you going on about? There's apparently a huge folk dance made up of lines of couples. FBI. Are you trying to sexualize the high school students? Because that's illegal. Is that what you were implying, sir? Okay, first of all, red, blue, green, green, white. We'll do that. That's what Cole implied earlier. Illegal! I gained warm. Add heat to the caster's current square, raising the temperature slightly. We're just saying that she was thicker than a stick. Well, a lot of things are thicker than a stick. As across the campus on my way to breakfast, I noticed that there's a lot of clumps of people standing around here. What's going on? Hello, Fish Eyes, right? There's to see Minnie Cochran, a freshman from Butterfly Hall that I've only met in passing. Her hair is a color like cinnamon, and her eyes could be called chocolate if you're Virginia and obsessed with food. Wait, am I still grounded? Yes. Like, you just got grounded now, so yes, you are still grounded. Hello, Fish Eyes, right? You're one of Virginia's roommates. She's a lot of fun, isn't she? I've been meaning to get to know you for a while. Sorry, I should have done more. Iris Academy is a wonderful place, but sometimes the powers forget how small the magical world is. They don't always do the best job of introducing the newcomers. That's one of the things I want to change. We need class-wide events early in the year, not just parties, but a chance to learn about each other and all our different customs. That would help prevent misunderstanding, don't you think? Before I can say a word, she continues. If you have any questions or you need help with any of your spells, you can find me in the school library every weekend. Also, the teachers sometimes list extra credit projects in the library. It's the easiest way to earn merits. Library! Got it. She extends her hand to me, and by reflex, I take it. I hope I can count on your vote. I have so many ideas I want to put into practice. My vote? Wait, what? Huh? I'm running for the freshman class president. Don't worry. It's really not that big a deal, and the election's Friday, so the campaigning won't be going on for too long. Right. You don't have to vote for me, but I really hope you will. After shaking my hand, she releases it to dig into a bag she's carrying at her side. Hands me a bit of yellow construction paper cut in the shape of a hand. What? Did she just give me a hand? She gave me a hand. If she says what I think that she's about to say. There's Minnie Cochran for president written on it, and a straight pin pushed in and out through the top. That's my icon, the helping hand. Keep it. You don't need to wear it if you don't want to. I have to go. I'm so busy this week, but I'll see you later, okay? I barely know this girl, but I can't help nodding when she asks me things like that. And remember, the library. The library. Minnie is not as thick as a stick. Politics certainly looks like a lot of work. Oh, stop! Still haven't got blue magic spells. new ones anyway. On Wednesday morning, campaigning is in full swing. All the students, not just in my year, but the upperclassmen too, have taken up positions on the main quad, calling out to everyone who passes and handing them colorful bits of paper. I've been grounded many times before, thanks a lot, I'm used to it. It's loud and crowded and confusing. Some of the older candidates are spraying magical sparkles over their heads to try and draw more attention to themselves, which just makes it worse. Angela for president, Kurgan for secretary, vote for Jacob, vote for Pedro. I'm buffeted from place to place and decorated with pins and ribbons, mostly from people I don't even know in elections I'm not eligible to vote in. Class starts to sound like a welcome relief. Please, kits and cups, take your seats. There are more things we should talk about before your magical education progresses any further. Most of you know yourselves as either a boy or a girl, and that identity can be important to you. Is this going to be sex education? But even with humans, sex is not always as simple as male or female, with nothing in between. And in the magical world, there are many more possibilities which you should be aware of and respectful of. Guess not. Some entities are sexless and will be confused if you address them by masculine or feminine terms. Some can change gender roles at will, or be both at once. Some beings have more than two sexes, all of which can be difficult for the English language to cope with. Many living beings will take offense to being referred to as it, although not all. It is wise to ask those you meet how they prefer to be addressed. Oh, good. This is a progressive game, I like it. To make things easier, we witches and wizards have our own special pronouns when gender is other or unknown. Repeat after me. Airs himself. What? I mutter the strange syllables along with the other students, feeling a bit confused. Here's a way to remember. Someone with enough magic can say whatever he wants. What? We're just dropping the okay. I think I get it, but like, I don't know how to pronounce it. I need to hear it. The activity is on Friday. Each class has a scheduled time to come to the gym, where the officer candidates make their final speeches before election. I think my chat message got hacked into oblivion. Awesome. Want me to tell a joke? Like what? Any joke. I don't know what chat message you're referring to, because it didn't get hacked into oblivion in my end, so I don't know. Since we can't vote in the senior election, there's no reason for us to have to listen to their speeches, or vice versa. No, after that. Oh, I don't know. The freshman slot is the last one in the day. First up are the candidates for freshman class president. Minnie Cochran climbs onto the stage looking bright-eyed and enthusiastic, and says a bunch of stuff about offering a helping hand to other students. Everyone applauds. And Suki Sato wanders up and starts talking about how she found a caterpillar once that turned into a lizard instead of a moth, or something like that. A little hard to follow. Oh, and apparently the spirits told her to run for president. Or some spirits. She's not sure which ones. Everyone applauds, but not as loudly. I said, Magical Diary said LGBTQ plus rates. I mean, yeah, we're a magical society. Of course we're progressive. With that comes the presentations for treasurer. At least we should be progressive, considering we're all magic people, and there's a demon thing, and there's a fairy thing, and there's non-humans and humans. I guess Twitch thought it was being political. I don't know. Jacob Blazing. The Blazing Fire struts up and gives a very brief speech about how money is obviously in safe hands with him and he knows how to spend it too. Everyone claps and some guy even hoots in approval. Little Manuel Arias from Toad Hall is up next. He talks far too quietly for me to hear his entire speech, but I think it was mostly about being a hard worker who respects duty. The applause is polite but muted. Buy some apples! At last it's time for the actual voting. Everyone lines up single file in the hallway leading to one of the classrooms. One at a time, we go inside our cast to cast our votes. Each student is given a pencil and 2 pieces of paper containing the list of names for each office. You circle the name you want to vote for, then drop the paper into a box. Mini. Manuel. Jacob is Bethesda at B3. Jacob is Bethesda at E3. There's always that one guy in the crowd going, yeah! Right, that's that. For all the votes are counted, we assemble again in the gym for the results. The position of freshman class treasurer will be held by Manuel Arias. And I'm proud to announce that this year's freshman class president will be Minnie Cochran. I'd like to thank you all for your hard work this week. Your students are what make Iris Academy truly great. The teachers will be seeking out the newly elected officers later today to discuss their positions. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. What should I do today? Study. Probably. Decided that today I wanted to study in the school library rather than my room. Compared to the rest of the school, the library is fairly small and unimpressive. That is a very plain-looking library. There's a slightly outdated set of encyclopedias. Ellen didn't really need to bring her own, and a good collection of foreign language dictionaries, plus 2 bookcases filled with books about a magic and witchy history. I'm liking the sleigh bells in this track. It's pretty chill. Plus the rest looks like fiction with a rack of popular magazines. The school actually subscribes to those. There aren't that many people in here on a Saturday, but looking around I see... Hi, fish! Hi. Hey, congratulations on winning president and all. Thanks. You need help with anything? I need help with the merits. Actually, I was hoping you knew a way for me to earn some merits. Oh, I can help you with that. That is if you don't mind sorting rocks. Rocks? Professor Potsdam recently received a shipment of tumbled rocks for amulet making. Only they're all mixed up, because due to the magic pour, they're all just rocks. Certain kinds of stones are better for holding spells than others, so they need to be sorted by color and size. It's not difficult, but it'll make time. Sure. Partly because it earns me some merits, but also because this seems like it'd be easy enough. Minnie takes me to see Professor Potsdam, and then I spend the entire afternoon painstakingly sorting shiny pebbles into containers. I do get merits for it, but it's tiresome. That was 10 merits. I thought it would take longer to get my merits. It's Sunday, and the sports club is having a meeting, or rather a game. Virginia's got the ball, and is dribbling it across the floor towards Ellen at the goal. Keo cuts it to try and steal, but Virginia sidesteps. Aside, a lunge, a swift kick, and the ball flies through the air! What are you guys doing? Nobody pays attention to him until after Ellen has successfully blocked the goal. This is a sports club meeting. What are you doing here? I want to play. I'm a fit guy, right? Sort of wonder if all of this game's music was made for it, or if it's royalty-free. We could find out. If there's a credits page somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't know. It's a good question. Alrighty. Fine, whatever. Alright. Closes his eyes briefly and a wave of green magic sweeps over him. Hey, you can't do that! What? No magic allowed. What are you talking about? We're wizards. This is real sports, not bounders. What's going on? This one says you guys are refusing to use magic. What's the point of that? This one? Well, that's how we've been doing it in sports club. It's just wrong. It's unnatural. You're letting your talents go to waste. Come on, it'll be fun. You want to show off your skills, don't you? It was for flying basketball. Magic abuse? Yeah. No, there's no magic allowed in sports club. We should take a vote on it. You're with me, right, Keo? Yeah, traitor. Fish? No magic. I don't think it's a good idea. We're only freshmen, but we've got players from all 4 years. We all know completely different spells. I couldn't play flying basketball. I can't fly. There, see? Without magic, it's just kiddie games. Why should we have to hold back from the rest we can do? Yeah, we should be real. real losers. Virginia, because it's the rules, people without magic still have to hold back. You don't pick up the ball in soccer. You don't beat up the other team for stopping them from reaching the goal. You do your best within the rules. That's good sportsmanship. There you go. Ellen gets it. Jacob just snorts at this. Maybe we could have a special game sometime with spells allowed, but only certain spells, so it's fair. Yeah, I guess. Ellen looks at Jacob. You still want to play? Tell me when you play a real game. Like Fortnite. And then they never play Fortnite again. Why are boys so rude? William isn't. Okay, boys, accept William. I try to not be rude, but I guess I still sometimes end up rude. Come on, let's get back to the game. I think I'm gonna save here and stop the stream. I'll leave the first save slot open just in case I decide to go back to it and maybe not. No, fuck. I'll still keep the save anyway, just see what the path is like. This is a fun stream. This is a fun game. I was expecting none of this. I'm gonna have to play this again sometime. So thank you guys for coming by. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you to AM Karash for the follow earlier. I hope I pronounced that correctly, because I don't actually know how to pronounce the name. You followed me off stream though, so I don't know if that counts. It counts, but like I don't know. I thank people for following me when I'm streaming though. Whatever. Hope you enjoyed though what you did actually see. Are you even here? It says you are, so I assume you're alt tab. If you are here though, do tell us how your EX fights went while I do the rest of the outro. That's actually all I had, now that I think about it. Thank you to... Actually, I got a bunch of gift subs to thank people for, don't I? Thank you to I'm a Broke Dude for the gift subs earlier. The gift subs were Wild Hindu, Master of Masters, DBO5, Demental, Dudebot for some reason, Biting Panic, Uber Freak Show, LCLCL, Jelly Dad, and Nerdy Dova, and a Whirlybird as well, who already subbed earlier, I think. Still counts. I need to start remembering my subs names. It's a long list, though. Well, thank you for coming by, and I will see you guys in the next video. Or stream. I'm in Let's Play mode. Anyway, bye everybody!